Hello, friends. How are you? I just wanted to put this before this talk. I did a talk on Insight Timer today, and I wanted to cut it and actually put it up here for you because it's a little bit more about beliefs. So you might get something out of it. Not sure. And please forgive because it's on Insight Timer. The sync with the voice and stuff is not the greatest. So it is what it is. All right. So yeah. Hope you enjoy it. Okay. All right. So today I want to talk about beliefs. If you go to my YouTube, you see that I did a video about beliefs the other day. And today I want to talk about beliefs. So beliefs are a very interesting thing. What do you have to say about beliefs first before we talk? What do you have to say about beliefs? Beliefs are powerful, Jenny says. Mm-hmm. Yes, they are. For sure. For sure. They can evolve. I love that, Carol. Thank you. Beliefs can evolve. They're powerful. These are interesting, cool things to say. I love it. Mm-hmm. So, I'm going to posit to you something that I think is something that I have come to in my own realization process. That I see people having beliefs all the time, right? So, in some way, the separated self is all made up of beliefs, Jesse says, I have no beliefs because I know that I am one with the universe. Okay, great. So beliefs tend to create your separated self, right? So when you are young, you start to look around the world at your parents, at your culture, at your family, and you start to see, you don't think this consciously usually, but you start to see the worlds of beliefs. What your mother believes, what your father believes, what your family believes, what your culture believes, right? So there's all these beliefs, right? So it is implied when you're young, when the separated self begins to be formed, that you are meant to have a belief. You're meant to have a belief. And this begins living in duality, right? Because no belief is ever true. No belief is ever true, ever true. A belief is always subject to agreement or disagreement. So you either agree with that belief or you disagree with the belief. That's it. That's it. Or you're open to the belief. But still, a belief is not the truth. A belief is really a formed viewpoint that you have taken on, that the separated self has taken on. Does that make sense? So that's the first thing. So you don't really have a belief. You do, but you don't. Because if you look at it from the point of view of, like I was saying, about a child, right? So there's the child first, and then the belief comes in, right? And so the belief comes in, and then you're like, all right, then what your separated self does is then it identifies with the belief. Identifies with that belief. It doesn't matter what the belief is. It could be that red is that. Let's just do this. Red means angry, right? Blue means calm. Is that true? Well, maybe some people blue makes them angry. Maybe red helps some people to feel calm. You don't know, right? Angel numbers. It's a belief. You're like, well, 444 means this, 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 this. 777 means this, 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 this. That's a belief. I have a belief in that thing, right? So who told you that that belief is true? It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. Nothing's right or wrong. It's just the process of how the separated self begins. So you don't have the belief the belief co-ops your separated self. Do you understand? The belief co-ops your separated self. So then you, as the separated self, begins to look for beliefs that feel better. Many times, and this is what I was always taught is when I was learning to be a teacher and a coach and all that stuff, is that people have negative beliefs. And so the reason for their pain, the reason for their suffering is their negative beliefs. So we have to help them to change them so they have what? Positive beliefs, or at the least get rid of the negative belief, because the negative belief is not helping them. Now, I'm not saying that that's not true. It's it's good to have a positive belief, and it's good to have negative belief. It doesn't matter. But the beliefs have you. You don't have the belief. The belief is holding you hostage to its, and it's very fickle. A belief is very fickle, right? A belief is very fickle. So as you start to grow and you start to see other people having different beliefs, then you're like, well, maybe I should have that belief. Maybe that belief will be better. Oh, okay. Now the separated self has decided that belief is better for me. I'll have that one. Okay. So then you're on that train of that belief. So you're like, that's great. Now I'm on this train until that belief doesn't work anymore. And then that belief is like, well, okay, someone was saying that beliefs can evolve. Of course they can evolve. Now, you don't have your beliefs have you. Do you understand? So you are like a dog, an untrained dog, running around going, I'll have that belief. No, I'll have that belief. Have that belief. No, get rid of those beliefs. Bring in these beliefs. Until those beliefs don't work anymore, or they feel stale or dry, or they don't feel like they're helping you anymore. So you're going to get rid of those beliefs. And then you're going to be like, okay, who's going to give me the next belief? Ramana is going to give me the next belief. Max is going to give me the next belief. My culture is going to give me the next belief. My best friends are going to give me the next belief. This political party is going to give me my next belief. This is the closed loop of living as a separated person in your own beliefs. There's nothing wrong with what I'm talking about at all. Everything that I speak about is only comes up so that you, if you would choose to, doesn't matter at all, choose to be like, maybe I should think about that, or maybe I should look at that. You don't have to do anything, right? So I'm not teaching you anything. There's no teaching here. It's just an idea that's being shared. So those are the first couple things. There's no belief that's ever true, ever true, ever true, because it's always subject to agreement or not agreement. So let me put it on you. What are you thinking about what I'm talking about? What's coming up for you? Emma says beliefs come from the outside and are not original person. They can, but you can also develop your own beliefs, Pamela, through all the stuff that you've evaluated. There's nothing wrong with beliefs. That's what I'm saying. What about the belief in God or a higher power? What about that belief? It's a belief. What's the difference between belief and the fact? Well, when you say truth, facts are facts are subject to interpretation. Truth cannot be explained. A belief can be explained. Well, I believe this because of this, and this. Right? I believe this people are evil because this and this and this. I believe that this because of this. So you can support it with your experience, which is only the separated self's experience, right? What you believe is what you see in your 3D reality. Sure, okay. Sure, kitty. Let's take this. I mean, hold on. I have all these things right here. All right. So, okay, let's just take this cup. This is a cup that's a Disney cup, right? This is a cup that's a Disney's cup. Now, this Disney cup is a cup. Now, we can have an opinion about the cup. We can have a belief about a cup. We can have a belief about Disney, right? So, when we see something in our 3D reality, is the cup really the cup? Because when you said 3D reality, Jesse, when you see this cup here, it is not the same cup for me as it is for you. I got these 25 years ago when it was the 25-year, now it's the 50th year anniversary of what's it called? Disney World. So for me, there's 25 years of meaning that I placed on this, so I have a belief about it. So this is 3D reality, but that reality is very different for me than it is for you, right? So you have a belief about it because of your perception about it. Now, do you believe all your beliefs? Well, you probably do. The separated self always believes the belief. If it's good, bad, indifferent, doesn't matter, right? Remember, there is no good or bad. There is only what is. There's only what is, right? So, do positive beliefs help? Yes. Do negative beliefs help? Hurt? Yes. That's fine. The separated self is always going to look for new beliefs. Always. Or go, okay, I've got the beliefs in order. Now my beliefs are in order. So now my beliefs are in order. So now everything's going to go the way I want to go. Carol says, I believe it's about clarifying my relationship with truth. Very interesting. Very interesting. I believe it's about clarifying my relationship with truth. That's really cool. That's interesting. What else? Do you hold any beliefs? I sure don't, and I don't hold very many anymore. I've let go. It's like way down there. And the reason is that I've seen how my beliefs make me suffer and keep me anchored to the separated self and duality. If you think about that for a moment, just think about your beliefs. Listen, we're not teaching anything here. I am not promoting anything here. We're just presenting and sharing something. But I will say this, Sue, that this character of Max, beliefs, it doesn't really, it's a very different thing than it ever was. Because because I've seen the damage that the beliefs will do. Because as soon as I'm like, oh, that belief feels good, I'll be with that belief. I'm automatically the separated self automatically is like, hold on to that belief, hold on to that belief. Because if I go back to this other belief, then everything's gonna fall apart, or I'm gonna be sad, or I'll be depressed. So just think happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts. I'm not saying that that's what I did, but do you understand? Because you create what you defend against. So as soon as you say these beliefs work, these beliefs subconsciously you're going, those beliefs don't work. Because and then it's just this rat race of trying to find the belief. Don't go to that belief, that's a bad one. Go to this belief, it's a good one. Oh my God, I am not interested at all. That's a bunch of bullshit. It's a bunch of fucking bullshit for this character. Chris says, for me, it's important to have a North Star, something that grounds and anchors me. Okay. Like I said, we're not here to say what's right or wrong. I'm just sharing. This is just sharing, right? The separated self always needs guidance. It does. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. It's all good. It's all good. Like I said before, there's nothing wrong with having positive beliefs, and there's nothing wrong with having negative beliefs. They're just beliefs. Does that include ACIM? Does what include ACIM? What I'm talking about beliefs? I never believed in A Course in Miracles. People were asking me that the other day. They're like, does this mean you don't believe in A Course in Miracles? I never had a belief in A Course in Miracles. I don't have a belief in The Course in Miracles. I saw that The Course in Miracles has a lot of pointers to truth. Speaking of that, I changed the name of our group. I don't know if no one responds to the group anymore, but I changed it to Pointers to Truth. So I never had a belief in A Course in Miracles. I was like, there's truth here. I see pointers to truth all throughout A Course in Miracles. Time for asking something. No, it's not. There's no silly questions. Somewhat similar, but what is the difference between belief and opinion? Well, this is just what I would say. So a belief is usually something that is guiding your life. That's guiding your life. A belief is people don't like me, right? That's not an opinion. That's you've assessed people don't like me. So it guides the separated self into be like, people don't like me, so I have to make sure that people like me. So I better dress a certain way, I better act a certain way, or I'm just like, fuck people, forget people, fuck them. You know what I mean? So that's a belief. An opinion is it's much more on the surface, right? A belief is something that guides your life. An opinion is you're just like, well, I don't like blue, I like green. That's how I see it, right? You're welcome. I know what, Chris, got it. Sure. So as you walk through your life, just a suggestion, you don't have to do anything I say. Just look at what is motivating you, because usually it's a belief. Now, there's nothing wrong with finding your beliefs at all, at all. But remember, it's only the separated self that has a belief. The truth doesn't have a belief at all. The truth is just truth. And what I was saying before, the truth cannot be explained at all, but it can be experienced. When enough of the separated self has been kind of like proven to be a suffering machine. Well, that's good. Suffering machine. And then you're done with the suffering machine. Then something starts to happen where something starts to dawn on you about how simple it is. I will tell you this, most of the time in your life, especially if you're an insight timer, your separated self is trying to find another belief because it has a belief something's wrong. That's a core belief that most separated self has, that something is very wrong and I need to improve. I need to get grounded. I need to connect with God. There's nothing wrong with any of this stuff, but that usually is the impetus to listen to someone like me, right? Or to meditate, there's nothing wrong with any of that, right? But it's usually there's a belief that something's wrong and I have to change it. Usually, not always. So, do you believe all of your beliefs? But what's the commonality in there is you. Who are you? Like I said before, you don't have beliefs. Your beliefs have you. And more specifically, your beliefs have created this character called you.